Yo, yo, yo. Welcome into the top of the bleachers. We are live in December. We made it to December.
Isn't that
So,
crazy?
that's crazy. December 2nd. Today we're going to be talking a little football, a little basketball, a little what happened over the weekend type stuff. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for us. We really appreciate that. And join our Discord. There's a link should be a link in the description. Join the Discord and hang out with us. Chat all these games going on every night. We're usually in there hanging out, chatting, or one of us is anyway. I'm not gonna say which one of us. One of us will be in there. But come join up and hang out with us. And Tuck, happy Monday post Thanksgiving. How you
Yeah,
feeling?
haven't seen you Thanksgiving, and you start off the show by criticizing me. I appreciate that.
I didn't criticize you. I
Yeah,
said one of us.
one of us will be in there. Yeah, like
One,
everybody
one of
who
us.
watches understands who's going to be in there. I get in there when I can, man, or when I think about it.
Why are you getting defensive? I just said one of us will be
I
in there.
just, I just, I think it's wrong to call out the talent like that on the show. Like we were on 15 minutes beforehand. You could have said something. Waited until the show started. That's all I'm saying. I ain't seen you since Thanksgiving, man. How about my Cowboys winning on Thanksgiving Day? Wasn't that a
yeah,
treat for me? That was a
yeah,
big treat.
yeah. I know it. Well, I mean, it's lucky enough to play the Giants, right? So,
Yeah, I had them picked too. Had them picked. Didn't
yeah, I
take them
did.
last week and they won. So apparently, I'm not the reason. Why they haven't been winning. I'm
I
glad that. I'm
had
glad
a
that.
good Sunday pick wise, actually. And my 7-leg parlay early games actually hit.
And we had two people in our pick'ems that we do with the Grindle that ended up going perfect.
I know. Every time I go like 13-2 or something like that, some perfect. I'm like, the rest of the time I go 7-7 or something crap. Finally have a good week, and somebody else
Yeah,
is undefeated.
yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, that was tough, dude. Uh,
Anyway,
what do
I
you
I,
want to talk about? What do you want to talk about
I
first, man?
actually won a couple $100 on my parlay.
Sweet. You need to bank
Um,
that and then never gamble again. That's what you
Probably
need to.
so. That makes up for the money I lost at the casino while I was over there at Thanksgiving. I'm
What'd
actually
you
on the positive now. I'm on the positive.
What'd you end up playing at the casino? Did you play some blackjack or
No, I didn't play anything on the table except for roulette.
did
Sit
you
down and
go in
play.
there and throw down your $100 bill on one color
Uh,
like we talked about?
you're damn right I did.
Did you?
Actually, no, I didn't. Actually, you can. It was $25 minimum now. They didn't have no $10 like back when we back in the day.
Daggum.
I know $25.
I think you in a ritzy I think you in too ritzy of a casino there.
Must have been, must have been. So
You
anyway,
need to go to Bob's Barbecue Casino. They'll take nickels. You can bet nickels down there, man.
I know. Crystal asked me, she's like, "Where's that casino that's on Christmas Vacation where he takes him down there and they play, you know, regular games?" I was like, I don't think they have
They're playing rock, paper, scissors for money.
yeah. Anyway, I sat down, played that for a minute, and then we went and found. I try to find. They don't have penny slots anymore either, man. They
No,
have
no, everything's nickel or above. Or last
yeah
time I went, everything was nickel.
quarter. All I could find was quarter,
Wow, I'm telling you,
and
you got robbed on a casino, is what you
I
got.
think their prices have gone up since the last time you went. Is what I
I
think.
I think that casino has. I bet you not every casino has.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if everywhere. That one probably might be expensive too. I have no idea. I haven't been anywhere in the world to compare it to. But anyway, played some slots for a while.
Yeah, you were in Kansas
I
City, right?
clicked out my ticket for 24 cents because I couldn't make another bet. 24 cents. Crystal spits hers out.
What?
Or no. Wait. Mine was 23 cents. I'm sorry. My fault. 23 cents.
Yeah.
Crystal spits hers out. Boop, 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 at her machine. 24 cents.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, let's move on to the next machine. So we moved on down, and we finally found some video poker.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh, okay, sweet. We can play this for a little while. No. Just that's what set your money on fire, and just every time you walk in there. But I think when I cashed out that one, it was 22 cents. So I had
Uh,
22, 23, and 24. We were doing really good. It was awesome. And then we were just like, let's get out of here. Let's go do something else.
did you
So
at least have a good time though? Did you find you some good barbecue or anything like that?
yeah. Yeah, no, we didn't actually go find barbecue, no. Because it's Thanksgiving, there's a lot of stuff that's closed, you know what I mean? And stuff was
Sure.
uh different hours or whatever. And then we cut out pretty early on Friday, but no, I forgot the name of the place. So we had a burger there. There was one place open.
Yeah. How was
There was 7 restaurants at the hotel. 7. One was open, and it was a burger joint. Okay, so we got a burger, and that was about the extent of our dinner. So
then Thanksgiving Day rolls around and you go to the
yeah,
game. You got good seats. I saw pictures of the seats.
I had excellent seats. I
Excellent
saw
seats.
DJ Wagner come running right at me, and I thought, man, they just don't look the same in person as they do on TV. You know what I mean? Like he looks kind of short, stocky, kind of looking on TV a little bit. He's tall and skinny and all ripped out. I was like, dang, okay,
That's because he's on the court with a bunch of taller, more ripped guys. That's
yeah.
the reason.
So I got to walk right down by the court there and take a couple pictures and watch them warm up for a second.
Yeah,
And
it was. Well, I apologize as an Arkansas fan that you had to sit through the first 5 minutes of that ball game because that had to be excruciating. Now, the rest of the ball game, and I'm talking the rest of the ball game, they played neck and neck with them. But the first 5 minutes, man, we couldn't hit a shot. We couldn't play defense. It looked like they were not ready to go at all. It's like Cal needs to go out and run them for 5 minutes before he brings them in to play basketball or something. I have no idea, man.
yeah.
But I was sitting at home embarrassed, and you're at the stadium. I know you got like a dickhead sitting next to you who's an Illinois fan. He's probably yelling and screaming all kinds of stuff.
It was rough, bro.
I'm sure it was rough as it can be.
It was so rough. Big Z's brother, right? I'm watching him before the game. I'm watching him before the game, warming up, standing out there at the top of the key, just swish, 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 swish. And I'm like, man, they better freaking guard that dude. And sure enough, boom, boom, boom. He hit like 6, I think, for the game or something like that. But he was just unbelievable. They couldn't miss. And they shot for like over 50% from 3. And they shot 30-something of them.
I know. And then when we finally decided to actually play 5 minutes into the ball game, I mean, we would work it. There was a couple times we worked it back in with a couple of points. I think we might have even tied it once. And then they'd come right back and answer on us and stretch it back out. It was a tough ball game to watch, man. It was.
It was. We were.
And if we play the first 5 minutes of that ball game, we either win or we're in it at the end, one or the other.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
we just can't come out flat.
Thero's a 80% free throw shooter.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
He goes like 10 for 20 or something like that from the free throw line. It's like, come on, man! Like just stuff like that. It was we just did it to ourselves. We're just. I don't know, man. It's not that good. We're just not that good right now.
We're not right now. I mean, we're good. I mean, I still put us. We're top 50. I'd still say we're a tournament.
Well, I got some numbers on that here in just a minute for you.
Yeah, I still say we're a tournament team, but we just, man, we're not going to plow over people this year. That's for sure.
No, we're not. Hang on, let me pull up my thing over here on the side so I know what I'm talking about.
That's a first.
Man, you be criticizing me right off the bat.
At least I waited. 10 minutes into the show.
Oh my goodness, I didn't criticize. All right, let me switch this. All right, so we were just talking about this. That was the final score. It was 90-77, and it was rough, man. Because this dude beside us, man, like, I mean, right off the bat, the first thing he does is there's a foul, on Illinois, right? Oh my gosh, don't call those ticky tack fouls, you know. Oh my gosh. And then we went right down to the other end, and it was a ticky tack foul on the other end. And oh my God, what a horrible call. Y'all suck. Rah, 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 rah. Just like, bro. And so I knew, like, right away, I knew this guy was going to be a problem because he's an idiot. I knew within the first 4 sentences this guy's a moron, and so it didn't get any better. And then there was a play where they walked like 3 times on the same play.
Yes.
And I'm screaming at the ref. I'm like, he's walking 3 times. I'm screaming. And this guy just, and then I left at halftime. I went to the restroom and come back. Crystal's like, she didn't tell me this till after the game. That he had said something to her like, "Oh, that guy over there looks like Bill Clinton. Ain't that where the Clintons are from? It's from Arkansas or something like that." He was all he smarted off something, popped off something when I wasn't there.
Of course he did.
He's just, he was just one of them dudes, man. And he was like older than me. He's older than me. Like, come on, man. Anyway, it was not pleasant. So, and then we played like crap, and so that was even better. But anyway, some numbers for you. The AP poll came out.
Yep.
I want you to notice a couple things here. Number one, UConn
lost 3 times in a row.
Lost 3 times. They dropped from number 2 to 23.
I can't believe they're in the top 25.
I'm kind of surprised myself.
Whatever. I mean,
Arkansas
usually from the champ from last year gets a lot of respect.
Yeah. Well, they lost to like 3 non-ranked opponents or something too. So anyway, Arkansas fell out of the top 25, which is no surprise. And then, and then the coaches poll on the other side. So I wanted to show you this because let me see if I got this on here right. So today the net rankings come out. Have you heard about this?
I have heard a little bit about this.
All right, so they have the Associated Press poll and the coaches poll, and then they have a net rankings that comes out where it changes daily based on what happens every day. And so on that one, SEC, I pulled up the SEC ones here. Here's how the SEC ranked out. Tennessee's actually ranked first, and this is their national rank over here on the right side. They were actually ranked number 1.
Okay.
Auburn was ranked number 2. Arkansas was ranked number 51. South Carolina's was in the worst at 135. But several in the top 50, and then top 60. Almost everybody's in the top 60 except for South Carolina. So this is based off who they played so far, what their efficiency, blah 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 blah, all the numbers, all the data.
Yeah.
And so I took that and then I compared that to Tennessee, to the Big Ten. So I thought I'd show you this just because I thought it was interesting. Illinois is first in the Big Ten.
Okay.
So
they drop out of the top 60 pretty quick. Indiana 71.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's the Big Ten for comparison. Yeah, they got several good teams too. I mean, Wisconsin's undefeated so far. I think 7-0 or something. You also notice who's last. I don't know if you saw that, but
USC.
yeah, Coach Muss. Dude, they
That's
lost like 70 something to 30 something the other day.
yeah. I saw a picture of him on the sideline, holding his head, like what is going on.
Yeah, it was not good. It was not good. Anyway, there was a lot of good stuff, a lot of good basketball last week. Feast week, the Maui, the Players Era tournament, all that stuff. Oregon won a bunch.
Battle for Atlantis. Don't forget about Battle for Atlantis.
Memphis looked really good. Houston took some lumps. They lost like 2 or 3 games as well.
It just
Can't.
shows you. It shows you how fluid the league is because you
Mhm.
got your guys at the top going to be up there every year, your blue bloods or whatever. But then the rest of them, man, you got to fight for a spot. I don't care how you did last year. Last year don't mean crap. You got to fight for
Mhm.
a spot, man.
Yeah, and all these teams are like new. You know what I mean? Like new players and transfer portal and all that. It's just like crazy. So
Yeah, transfer portal in
yeah,
football is going crazy right now. People are announcing and I'm out of here or whatever. So
yeah,
far, I haven't seen anybody. I'm like, oh, we need to get him. You know,
yeah. I saw Missouri's what receiver that Luther Burden.
yeah.
He's not gonna play in the bowl game. He's gonna get ready for the draft or whatever.
Well, he's not playing for a championship, so I
Yeah,
totally understand it. That's what's going to happen with this college football playoff thing. You're going to have 12 teams that are going to put their 12 on the on the field, and then the rest of these bowls, their guys are going to be like, you're going to have some seniors that probably play just because they're not going to the NFL, and hey, it's their last hurrah.
yeah, yeah,
But all your really talented guys are either headed for the transfer portal or they're headed to the combine. So
yeah. We'll see how the portal shakes out. That should be interesting to see what happens. The one thing I was, besides the upset, I got another slide with some upsets on it, but was how many fights there were on Saturday. Did you notice that?
well, okay, yes, there were quite a few fights on
It's,
Saturday, and some of it's rivalry. I get it. Some of it's
yeah,
this flag planting or whatever. But this one that you're looking at right here, Ohio State, Michigan, this is the first time I've ever heard of it getting so bad that the cops had to use pepper spray to get them separated. All
yeah,
right.
yeah. And they pepper sprayed a lot of people, media people included.
You need to get
Everybody
to
got,
you need to get out of the middle of that stuff. You don't need to be in the middle of that stuff.
yeah. Yeah,
Now,
I just thought it strange there was so many of them, I know, like
here
you said,
here's what I
rivalries.
here's what I don't like. So the NCAA came out today and they said they were going to fine both schools, but
Yeah.
none of the players are going to get suspended. None of
Mm.
the players are going to get suspended or, get you have to miss a game or anything like that. No, 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 no. None of those players out there will have to miss a game.
Hmm.
And see, if you
Interesting.
really didn't want this in college football, what they should have said is, "Hey, Michigan, hey, Ohio State, no postseason play for you. You are automatically banned this year for no postseason play."
Yeah.
And guess what? These fights wouldn't happen like this.
Also, if you find the players instead of the school,
Well, that's hard to do because not every player that got involved is making NIL money.
they
Some of
got
the guys,
video.
some of the guys that got involved were like water boys sitting down on the end of the bench that shouldn't have been in there anyway.
Make it a percentage then of their salary or something. You got to pay a $5
I
fine
just,
or something.
I just think, and I think it's great that we have these rivalries that get this, intense and everything. But when you lose a ball game, okay, turn around, and walk off the field. All right. I don't
Yeah.
care if it's your home field. I don't give a crap if they pull out a shovel
Well,
and
a lot
dig
of
it.
these, they did. Like Ohio State lost, and then these other team going to come plant the flag
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
on their home
I
field.
don't
Like,
give a crap.
you don't think so?
Last
You should
year,
be upset about that?
I think it was last year, or yeah, I think it was last year when Ohio State beat Michigan. It might have been the year before. Their coach or whatever went down to their end zone with shears. He was on cut off some of the grass down there in the end zone and everything. It's like it's a rivalry game. Take your lumps. All I see here is teams that don't know how to lose, and their coach has not taught them.
You don't find that disrespectful?
I find the whole thing disrespectful. At the end of the game, you should just form a line and walk across the field and shake each other's hand and say good game and go your separate way.
Are you saying it's okay to plant the flag? Or are you saying they should not do that too? They should get in line
I'm saying if you got your butt whooped and somebody comes out and plants a flag in the middle of your field, you got nothing to fight about. You just got your butt whooped. That's what I'm saying. Now, should you plant the flag? No. Should you, you ought to line up, shake each other's hands, and be sportsmen about it. That's what this whole thing's about.
Yeah, I find it highly unsportsmanlike.
It's stupid. It's stupid. At the end of the day, it's a football game. At the end of the day, it's a field that would have a little flag hole in it. Oh my goodness. It's bull crap is what it is.
Well, we had some pretty crazy games, man. How about an 8 overtime Georgia Tech game? How about that?
Man, Georgia.
That was awesome.
I thought Georgia Tech would give them a few fits or whatever, but I did not expect them to hang with them as long as they did, man.
Yeah. And then to go so long into so many overtimes is crazy.
Yeah, and the 2-point conversion, man. The 2-point conversions,
it's ridiculous.
Decides the ball game.
I don't think I like it.
What, the 2-point conversion thing?
Yeah, I think they ought to have do it like the old school, back it up to like the 30 or whatever, or 25, and you got 4 plays to get in. That's it.
You know how I feel about the kicking game. I think you ought to go for 2 every time. I don't think you should be allowed to have a kicker.
Yeah. Well, they might do that one day. You never know.
It irritates me lots of times because the game is decided by a guy who he has one job on the team. He doesn't practice with the team. He's usually over on another field somewhere, kicking field goals, working on his craft or whatever. And then it's up to him to come out and decide our fate. And lots of times they fail you,
Yeah.
Lots of times, Baker, he got lucky this week. Did you see what happened to him?
Yeah, I saw him went to overtime.
They got the ball first. They went down and couldn't put it in the end zone. And so they went to kick field goal, and his kicker shanked one over into the crowd somewhere. And so the Panthers get the ball, and they're going down the field. I think it was the Panthers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Panthers are going down the field for their chance, and luckily they turn the ball over, and Baker gets a second chance. And here comes the kicker, and he wins He wins the game this time. It's like, man,
yeah,
just go for it. 4th down. If you can't get it, other guy's ball.
Let's see. There was some other good upsets. There was good games all day, really.
How about that
South Carolina game?
Yeah, how about that butt whooping ASU put on Arizona?
They did. That was ugly. At halftime, it was 35-0, I think.
I'm telling you, man, this Scattaboo kid is getting overlooked because of Travis Hunter. He ought to be in there for the Heisman.
Saban's giving him some love.
Man, they should have been giving him love 4 weeks ago.
What's his stats, though? Is he like one of the leaders, or is he just...
I don't know. You're the stats dude.
I'm not the stats guy. I don't know.
I can tell you, though. Give me a second.
And then we had Michigan upset Ohio State. That was a big upset.
It was lovely. It was very lovely.
It was, and already Ryan Day might be going to get fired. Who knows?
Yeah, he lost 2 ball games this year.
Yeah, we're announced today. Arkansas is keeping their coach. By the way, that was
I saw that. I also saw that Bobby might have a chance at the Charlotte job.
Yeah, he's a finalist.
Would you want that job?
No, I feel like that'd be a step down. I mean, what's that say about Arkansas if he's wanting to get out of there that bad? I don't know.
But it's the head coach job, though. I mean,
Still,
I don't.
Charlotte.
Are they talking about Charlotte College, or are they talking about like the
Yeah,
Charlotte?
college.
They're not talking about the Panthers.
No,
Okay, all right.
no. Um, Alabama whooped up on Auburn. Texas hung on to beat A&M. They jumped out on them and then just hung on. LSU beat the crap out of Oklahoma, unfortunately.
All right. Scatterboo's got 1,398 rushing yards, man.
That's pretty good. I think. What's the kid from Boise State's like pushing 200,
247 carries. He's got a 5.7 average. It's 17 touchdowns for the year.
It's a good year. It's a really good year.
And he may propel his team, which I think he will. He may propel his team into the college football playoff, which would be awesome. They've even got a chance to get the bye. How awesome would that be, dude?
I know they do, man. We'll talk about that tomorrow on our college football show when we.
I'm sorry, the
rankings.
The Razorbacks suck. They're going to a 6-6 toilet bowl. So I want to talk about my other team over here with those Scatterboo. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. No, I was just plugging for tomorrow when we talk about our playoff rankings and stuff.
Hey, I don't mean to rub salt in wounds, but what the heck happened to the Boomers, man?
Yeah, man.
What in the world? They got their butts whooped, man.
Yeah. Well, LSU night game, not very good.
I went Boomer Sooner, and I shouldn't have. I gave them too much. I thought if they kept the ball on the ground and they ran the ball, and then they fed me some bull crap about their offensive coordinator, how much better they've been since they've gotten this new offensive coordinator. They had me all sold, and then I go in there.
Yeah.
What do? You just
6-6 on the year for Oklahoma, man. Same as Arkansas.
Yeah. They should face each other in some sort of like we suck bowl or something like that, man.
They very well could. You never know.
Yeah. That'd be a rematch from a Cotton Bowl years ago, man. Was it Cotton? It was either the Cotton or the Orange. We played Oklahoma.
Let's see what else I got here on this. What's my next one here? So then, okay. So just a preview for tomorrow too. Here's the AP update AP poll, which man, this is gonna be hard tomorrow when we do our 12, just so you know.
Well, I've got my first 4. I just don't know who comes after that.
I know it's tough because these 9-3 teams here.
Yeah.
Alabama, South Carolina, Ole Miss. You're gonna have. I feel like it's gonna come down to one of them.
What I think
they're gonna get in or not. I'm not sure they're gonna get in.
Here's what I'm interested in seeing. I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen over in Oregon's division, because Oregon's going to the championship, and I think they're going to play Indiana. Am I correct? No.
I saw Penn State.
Oh, Penn State. That would make more sense.
I think. Yeah, because they're undefeated, right?
Yeah. No, Penn State's got 1 loss.
Not in the conference, though.
Yeah,
right?
Not in the conference. I don't think it's in the conference.
Let me go look at the standings here.
Anyway, but you also have Indiana and OSU sitting outside, right? Is that same conference?
Okay, so they do have Indiana. They have Oregon, Indiana, Penn State. Those are your top 3. I don't know how they decide between Indiana and Penn State. Both of them have 1 loss.
Well, who beat Penn State? Was it Indiana?
I don't believe so. No, let me look at it.
That would be a tiebreaker.
Ohio State.
Okay, so you got Oregon, you got Indiana, Penn State, and Ohio State. Okay, Indiana has one loss. Penn State's got one loss. Oregon doesn't have any. So
Right.
whoever goes to face Oregon and gets beat by Oregon is going to have 2 losses. So it might help you to not go to the championship. Like if Penn State goes to the championship and Indiana doesn't go, and then Oregon beats Penn State, Indiana's still sitting there with 1 loss, while Penn State has
Yeah.
2.
Mm-hmm. In this situation, it would help Indiana though, because if they go, they would need to win that game. Like if they get another loss, that knocks them out for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And they'll let in Penn State and OSU. But if Indiana doesn't go and Penn State gets beat by Oregon, then they would probably let in Indiana and OSU.
Yeah, I wonder how they decide who's going to play in the because I saw a thing where it was Oregon and Penn State were going to play.
I don't know how that's decided. It's probably some sort of tiebreaker or something. I don't know.
Let me see here.
Maybe strength of schedule, or I have no idea.
They should already have this decided because
like
the games are playing next week.
Yeah. Benji said the year they got beat by Tennessee, they didn't get to go to the SEC championship because they had a rule at that time that the person who it had been the longest since they had been got to go. What's that about? That's got to be Indiana if that's their rule.
Oregon, Penn State in Indianapolis, Indiana. Oh, wow. That's painful.
Yeah. Didn't you just live up there?
So, yeah. So Indiana's got to watch them come play for the championship in their backyard.
But it could actually end up helping out Indiana if Penn State gets their butt whooped by Oregon.
All these upsets are crazy, man. So say Penn State beats Oregon.
Oh my gosh. Now you've got a mess. Now you got a 1-loss Oregon team, a 1-loss Penn State team, a 1-loss Indiana team. OSU doesn't get to go. If Penn State wins OSU, there's no way OSU gets to go. They'll let in the 3 1-loss teams, and there's no way Ohio State gets in.
Man, I hope Ohio State doesn't get in, to be honest with you. I just hope they don't make it in.
I think they're going to get in. I think they'll probably be one of the 4 travel teams.
Yeah.
Just because they're OSU. I mean, there's no other reason. You can't.
They're still 10-2, and they lost to Michigan's not that great of a loss.
They're also one of the 4 teams I believe that'll have to travel, and that's not easy to do, man.
Yeah, we'll see tomorrow on our rankings how we put them in there.
I think right now I got them at like number 12. They're getting in at number 12.
Well, my buddy wants Alabama in for sure.
Oh my gosh.
He keeps giving me all the scenarios. Oh man, I need so and so to lose, and I need this to happen.
I honestly believe that South Carolina makes a better argument to let in as a 9-3 team than Alabama. They've beaten more ranked teams. They haven't lost since I can't remember.
I think it's 6 in a row now. I think
6 in a row, while Alabama's dropped 2 in that time. You talk about putting in the best teams, and I think if you have to go to a 9-3 team in the SEC, you got to let in South Carolina. They're good, man.
Not to mention the Alabama's losses too are Vanderbilt, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Like those aren't good losses.
No, they're not.
Meanwhile, South Carolina, let's see what they lost to LSU, Ole Miss, and they lost to Alabama. They lost to Alabama, so
yeah,
that's not good either.
Look at their wins, though. Who are Alabama's wins over, and who are South Carolina's wins over?
Let's see. South Carolina, no good wins, really. No good wins, man.
What about Bama?
Missouri, they beat A&M Texas A&M. That's a good one, I guess. Alabama. Let's see here. They beat Georgia. They beat Missouri. They beat LSU.
Well, if it comes down to it, they'll probably let in Alabama. I mean,
They might.
just
They
just
got
like
some
just
quality
just,
wins there.
just like OSU, you know, they get a lot of street cred just because their name is Alabama.
They didn't play Ole Miss. Hmm.
Ole Miss 9-3. I don't
Let's
know,
see.
man. Be
Let's look at
interesting.
theirs. Let's see. Ole Miss.
Well, they beat Arkansas.
They beat South Carolina. They beat Georgia. Mm. They lost to Florida and LSU and Kentucky. Those are probably, I don't know. You think those are better losses than Alabama's?
Well, Kentucky at the time was ranked. LSU was probably ranked at the time they got beat by LSU. Who was the other one they lost to? Florida.
Florida.
They caught Florida during a hot streak. I think Whiffen Kiffin is he's probably wishing that he could have that Kentucky game back out of all those, because that's probably, I mean, Kentucky turned out to be such a crappy team this year, man.
I know it.
I mean, Florida turned into a decent team by the end of the year, but that Kentucky loss looks really bad. But I don't know, dude. If I'm on the committee, I don't know what I'm doing, dude.
I might put Ole Miss in. I don't know. I'm gonna look at that tomorrow a little more.
Why do they have to let 3 teams in from the SEC?
They don't. I mean, they might not.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you let in,
because
you still got Texas. All right, if Texas, let's say Georgia beats Texas, and that's who's playing for the SEC championship, right? Georgia and Texas. All right, so let's say Georgia actually beats Texas and gives them their second loss. So then you got Georgia at 10-2, you got Tennessee at 10-2, you got and then you'll have Texas at 11-2. You'll have everybody at 11-2. No, Tennessee will stay at 10-2 because they're not playing in the championship.
That's true.
So then you got Tennessee at 10-2, and then you got a bunch of 9-3 teams that are really good. So if you let in Texas, Georgia, and Tennessee, that's 3 teams out of the SEC. Who says you got to let in a 4th?
I don't know that you do.
I don't think you do. I think you let Tennessee. That's if Georgia beats Texas. Now, if Texas beats Georgia, I think Georgia falls to that, 10-3 record.
Right now, just looking at it, the top 10 on the coaches poll.
Yeah.
Those 10 should all be in. And so you need 2 more. You got Arizona State and Miami.
Yeah.
You got Iowa State.
Not Clemson, not BYU, not Missouri.
So there you go. I mean, that's it. That should be.
You do have Army sitting down there at 10-1, but they didn't. They only played really one good opponent this year. And now, granted, they were ranked and they're going to be in the college football playoff. So why not let in Army? Let Army in there, 10-1, baby. Represent your country. You even got Memphis down there at 10-2.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I'm going to look at that a little closer tomorrow and see, because, like you said, after you get through the conference champions, it gets a little thick.
Yeah. What happened to Boise State, man?
What happened to Boise State?
Yeah, what happened to Boise State? I believe we had a couple of.
They've only lost one.
Yeah, they've only lost one. You think they'll let in? Who are they playing in their championship?
Let me go see here.
What do they play, like Mountain West or something like that?
I forget which one they're in. They moved up, I think. Hang on.
I don't think they did, dude. I think they're like in the Mountain West or something like that.
Yeah, they're in the Mountain West. You're right.
Be in the Pac-12 next year.
Oh, they're going to have to play UNLV, who's number 19.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Odom's team. That should be a good test for them. They know how that's going to go. Man. That if UNLV wins that, that's a big win for them, and they're 10-2. That's a big win for them.
Yeah, they'd be 11-2, man.
That's crazy.
And they probably won't even get a sniff at 11-2 because you'll have all these.
Probably not.
You'll hear every pundit out there argue over and over. Well, SEC ought to get 4 teams. SEC ought to get. I can't believe they're not going to let in such and such. It's like, dude, we did this on purpose. We did this so these middle guys like a Miami or a UNLV or a Boise State or somebody like that could get a chance, you know?
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
I kind of feel like we ought to just do like a 50-team super conference. 50 teams, super conference. No set schedule, random schedule every year. You're going to be playing a top 50 team because we only got 50 teams. And then at the end of the year, it'll be a lot easier to let in 12 or 16 teams or however far we want to take it.
They're talking about super conference. They've been talking about that.
The question is, okay, I saw a mock one today that had a super conference that was 40 teams. Guess what team wasn't in there?
Arkansas.
Arkansas wasn't in top 40.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised.
So, I mean, your favorite team could end up getting shut out and have to play in some other league or conference or something like that.
That's okay too, I guess. If you know.
Well, the good thing about that is you're going to be playing competitors that are of your equal, or maybe you're a little bit better than. Maybe they could reconfigure the 50 teams every so many years and let in some of the upper teams from the lower conferences.
I was going to say, how's that work if you're number 50 for 10 years in a row, you know?
Yeah, let's say you're Memphis, right? And you're number 50 for, 5 years straight. Well, we're going to move you to the lower conference and we're going to take the champion from the lower conference and make them number 50.
Yeah.
You know? So you got a chance to move into the super conference.
That'd be cool.
I don't know, man, how they would do it. But there is a chance, if they ever do that your favorite team will get left out. It's like, well, you're not going to let in Arizona State? Sorry, man. You didn't make the list,
Yeah, and they're going to have to do football and basketball too. You know what? Football probably have a little more.
Wouldn't that be crazy if Arkansas doesn't make it in football to be one in the 50, but basketball we do and in baseball we do, It's like we can play for the national championship in basketball and baseball, but not in football. Y'all ain't good enough in football. And then how do you get recruits to come to you then? If you're not one of the teams in the 50, how do you get guys to come play for you then?
You probably don't get the top tier guys anymore.
You probably just have to drop that sport. Be like, well, if we can only play for a national championship in basketball and baseball, I guess we are a basketball and baseball school. We're not a football school anymore. End of an era.
Anyway, I don't know if you saw this hit on Trevor Lawrence, but he got his head knocked off, bro. He was all one arm stiff, the whole nine, man. It looked. A lot of people saying dirty hit. I don't know.
It's football. Okay. This is the part that irritates me. Like the NFL did this to Trevor Lawrence. All right. If you didn't have the slide rule, quarterbacks wouldn't slide. They would have to duck their head and take a tackle like everybody else, and they wouldn't get annihilated like this every once in a while. It's football. If he decides to become a runner, there shouldn't be special rules for him. Okay. You just became a runner. You're going to get your head knocked off. And Trevor also has a reputation of lowering his head. So how does this guy coming in to tackle at full speed know whether he's going to lower his head or all of a sudden he's going to slide?
Well,
Okay.
just
Now,
from this picture alone,
if
here
you want to
can see.
get upset about something, you should look into what cleats this guy was wearing, and then maybe you can get upset about that. That's as far as I'll go, though, because that goes into politics, and I don't want to get us banned on YouTube.
Well, anyway, he came out and apologized and said he's
Sure.
sorry
Sure.
and all that, and
Sure.
and then but this is like last week he got fined for some late hit. The week before that he got fined for some late hit. So he's kind of
He's got a
getting-
reputation as a dirty player.
he's kind of getting that way if he's not careful. You know, what I mean, he should probably.
What was the name of that guy on our team that was a late hitter?
Late hitter?
Yeah, dude, he was always doing crap like that. Oh, his dad was a judge. Shelby Bodenhammer.
Yeah.
Shelby Bodenhammer come in and hit you late, you know. And we were in practice. He's hitting his own teammate late, you know.
I just don't think he liked us.
I think he was taking too many roids or something.
Anyway, Trevor's all right and should be back. Taysom Hill.
Yeah, tore his knee up, out for a while.
Out for the season. Big loss for the Saints.
It's other than Kamara, they got nobody left. Did Carr ever come back?
Yeah, Carr, he was back. I don't know if he is still back, but he did come back. Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, big loss for the Saints there and fantasy league owners around the world.
Taysom puts up good numbers, man. He puts up really good numbers.
Yes, he does. McCaffrey.
Yeah, I saw this as it happened.
Yeah, no contact. I think he's tore his PCL, they said.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's something in the knee. They
So-
show the replay. I saw a clip on X where they show the replay, and from the back, when he takes that step, you can just, I don't really know how to describe it. You just see the leg like kind of contort weird. You know, he kind of twisted. It didn't look like much. It didn't look like much at all.
Yeah.
Boom, down he goes. He just came back from that whole tendonitis in his Achilles and all that. And of course, that's what everybody's thinking as soon as he goes down. Oh, he ripped his Achilles. No, tore out. Found out it was his knee.
Yeah. So that's sucks. Yeah.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
All right. This is a pretty easy question. San Fran, good team, bad team?
I feel like a good team that's had a lot of injuries. I don't know.
You think it's just the injury bug? It's like the injury bug hit them at the Super Bowl last year and hasn't quit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, not having McCaffrey all year has definitely changed their offense.
Yeah, but that little running back that came in for him and spelled him for the games that he was out actually did a really good job.
Yeah.
Purdy's a decent quarterback. They still have Kittle. I don't know. I feel like especially last night during the Bills game, they were just self-opposing injury, like turning the ball over, stupid stuff. It seemed like every time you turned around, one of the Bills was running for a touchdown. It was crazy. Bills looked really good last night. But did the Bills look that good because they were playing San Fran? Or are they really that good?
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, shout out to Diggs. He says, "What's up? What's up?"
Let's see. I don't know, man. I don't know if San Fran's what
else I got on here?
But that is something that you have to deal with every year is the injury bug.
Yeah. So here's the scores of the games that have happened so far. We still got the one tonight, Cleveland and at Denver. The Monday night matchup, but
I don't think that's going to be much of a game. But Cleveland's one of those teams that they'll either not show up or they'll come out and play lights out. You never know what they're going to do.
Yep.
So
Buffalo with a big win. The Eagles with a big win over the Ravens at Baltimore. That's a big win.
yeah,
Washington bounced
Pittsburgh, not
back.
yeah, Pittsburgh goes in there. I doubted Mike Tomlin. I said over and over again, don't doubt him, and then I doubted him, and that's the last time the Bengals get me this year. I'm done with the Bengals.
Yeah, poor
Unless
Bengals.
unless they're playing the Giants or somebody like that, I ain't taking the Bengals no more.
I'm such a ding dong, man. I didn't think about through this vacation through well enough, or plan it well enough. I could have, and I'm glad I didn't now because it would have sucked. But because I would have had 3 losses in a row. I'd have lost every game I went to if I'd done this, but so it would have sucked. So I'm glad I didn't do it, but I could have. I should have went to the Thursday game, right?
Yeah.
Spent the night. I could have went to the Chiefs Raiders game the
You think
next
you
day.
could have got a? You think you could have got a ticket for that?
Yeah, I looked them up for a minute.
Okay, all right.
And then the next day, I could have drove to Columbia
And saw the Arkansas game.
and saw the football game, and then and I had plenty of time to do all that. I could have come home. I could have went to all 3 events. I didn't even think about it.
The Hog football game, man, that was brutal, dude. That was brutal. I thought we had it there for a minute, and then the defense just disappeared. I don't know where the defense went. I guess not having Jackson out there hurt, but come on, man. They ran a quarterback draw for what, 20 yards to take the lead. I mean, just it was disappointing. It was the perfect ending to the season we had. Okay. It was the perfect ending to the season we had because that is how our whole season has gone. And again, we coughed up the ball twice and we never caused a turnover. I don't know how you teach people not to fumble, but we are not teaching it at the University of Arkansas.
Leading the country, bro. Leading the country.
It hurts, dude. It hurts to watch a ball game, especially when you're doing well. Like you are doing well. You're moving the ball. You're doing what you're supposed to do, and then stupid turnovers every time.
Yep.
And as a fan, it almost got to where, you were waiting for it. Like, I'm waiting for the wheels to fall off. When are the wheels going to fall off? That's all I could think during that Tennessee game that we won. I was thinking, all right, when are we going to implode, guys? Any second now,
Anyway, here's your NFL schedule. Like I said, tonight, Cleveland at Denver. Then I was going to show you some of the NBA standings because I know you haven't been keeping up, you said. So I was going to catch you up right quick on where we're at whenever you do get into it later. Cleveland started off hot, man. They're still up in the first place.
Look at your Magic sitting in third, baby.
My God, they've been playing like lights out, man. Lights out. They've been playing great. They've been.
Well, you don't want to play the Orlando Magic at home because they are 9-0 at home.
Yeah, no. And we should get Paulo back sometime this month. At the end of this month. So,
I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer or anything like that, but Paulo needs to take his time. His time, make sure he's good and healthy. He don't need to be rushing back because there ain't no need. Franz and the crew are taking care of business while you're rehabbing. You rehab all the way. Make sure that you are healthy before you come back.
Yep. So here's the Eastern Conference anyway. And then the Western Conference, the Thunder are leading. And you got Houston up there, man, and Memphis as well. Both of those are doing well. I saw Ja was out for a few games, but he's back now, I think.
I think the two surprising ones to me are Dallas. They've been playing like crap, and they're still like in fifth place, which is amazing. And and the Lakers. Old LeBron just dragging them Lakers with him, just as hard as he can. He's dragging them Lakers with him, man. And look at the
Yeah.
Denver Nuggets. What's going on with the Nuggets down there at the bottom?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I ain't got it worked out just yet.
It's the same team. What's the workout? You should have have it worked out.
These young teams too. Well, Golden State's kind of a surprise, right? They're not supposed to be that good. Houston and Memphis are both young. You know, I mean, they're like kind of a surprise, sort of, to be up at the top. I mean, where's Minnesota? You know what I mean? They're not they're not even top 10.
Well, they gave up Cat, which I still don't understand that move. But I guess it had something to do with cap space or something like that. But yeah, they moved Cat, so I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's still pretty early in the season. We're only 17 games in, 20 games in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 games or so. Yeah.
Yeah. There's still 60 something games left. There's a lot of time. This could look totally different by the end of the year.
No. All right, that's your NBA update on standings. And then I don't know if you noticed or not, but I've been putting the scores in the Discord when you can see the updates on like the scores and who won and where all that stuff. So, and then look at the beard, man. Beard's coming in pretty good.
Yeah, dude, I was surprised. Mine, other than my chin, mine's coming in a lot darker than I expected.
Good for you.
Well, I said my chin. My chin is just like white, just white as it can be.
I'm white everywhere. It's ridiculous. But anyway,
you know, what I always say is the Bible says that gray hair is a crown of wisdom, right? So the reason my chin is all white is because the words of wisdom that come out of my mouth have turned my chin white. That's what's going on.
That can't be it. That's not it. Anyway, it is November, and we are what's the word? It's not involved, but we are doing.
We're pretty involved. I was babyface just a couple of weeks ago. We're pretty involved. We're raising awareness. We are promoting
awareness for prostate cancer awareness. And so
okay, so I've gotten some conflicting information on this. Okay. I had one person tell me that you still got to get the finger thing done. And then if they feel something abnormal, then they do blood tests.
Yeah.
And then I had somebody tell me the opposite, that they do a blood test, and then if something comes back, then they do the finger test.
Okay.
Now, I'm hoping it's the second one, is what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
Because there ain't no reason for you to put your finger in there if you ain't got to. Okay.
100% agree.
You know, we call that rape.
I try to call it consensual, but
that's aggravated assault.
I'm not sure I agree to that. I'm calling peer pressure or something.
But
anyway,
as I said last time, it's just one finger, and it's over quick, and you need to get it done.
Oh my God, you gotta get us canceled.
Yeah, you need to get it done because the earlier they catch it, the better.
Yes, for sure. Definitely go get checked out. Encourage your brother, dad, husband, whoever to get checked out as well, because it's something that's, if you, like Tuck said, if you can catch it early, maybe you can get some help.
And there are telltale signs, like if you're having to get up, a lot during the night to go pee, or the wife wants to get intimate and you can't. Those can be signs that there might be something wrong with your prostate. So you need to go get it checked out.
There you go.
Or your girlfriend. Doesn't have to be your wife. I mean, I'm old school, but I'm not that old school.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, get involved, donate, grow some hair, do something, raise awareness. Also, we want to be sure to talk about our mental health. And if you are struggling or know someone who is struggling, you can call the national hotline 988, the suicide and crisis lifeline, and get some help. Get someone to talk to, or they can have the resources to get you some help that you might need. And don't do life alone.
This is a tough time for everybody. You know, holidays sometimes, if you're missing loved ones, or maybe you have a job, or you're in a situation where you've got nobody to celebrate the holidays with, it can be trying on people. You know,
Yeah,
just being around your family, you know, for the holidays can be trying on you. You know, you got an uncle that's a loudmouth Republican and you're not. You know, that could get kind of testy during Thanksgiving or Christmas. But if you are thinking about harming yourself or harming someone else, you can call 988 and they'll talk with you, they'll text with you, they'll video chat with you, and yeah, reach out, get some help.
Get some help, man. All right, man. Enjoy your evening. I'm probably gonna go to bed because I'm sleepy. So.
All right, I'm going to watch the Monday night game, and then tomorrow we got our top 12, and it's game day tomorrow, so we'll be pumped up tomorrow for game day.
Yes, it's game day tomorrow. All right, man. Enjoy your evening, and I will catch you tomorrow.
Peace, brother.
Peace.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.